Hi, welcome to the Earth Our Habitat, Geography, Class 6, Chapter 5, Major Domains of the Earth. As you have read in the first chapter, Earth is the only planet which has life. Human beings can live here because the life-sustaining elements of land, water, and air are present on the earth. In this chapter, we will read about the lithosphere, the different continents, and at last some connectivity. So life exists on the earth because of some favorable conditions present here. All life-sustaining elements, land, water, and air are present here. So the surface of the earth is a complex jewel in which the three components of the environment meet, overlap, and interact. Look at the picture carefully. Atmosphere, lithosphere, and hydrosphere. They meet and interact. The solid portion of the earth on which we live is called lithosphere. The gaseous layer that surrounds the earth is the atmosphere, where oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and other gases are found. Water covers a very big area of the Earth's surface, and this area is called the hydrosphere. The hydrosphere comprises water in all its forms, that is ice, water, and water vapor. And the zone where the three layers meet, the biosphere, is the narrow zone where we find the land, water, and air together, which contains all forms of life. In this module, we will only discuss about the lithosphere. So, lithosphere is a solid portion of the earth. It comprises of the rocks of the earth crust and thin layers of soil that contain nutrient elements which sustain organisms. So, the surface of the earth is a complex can be divided into three main parts: lithosphere and atmosphere. So we are discussing about lithosphere right now. That is the solid portion of the earth is called lithosphere, and it composed of rocks of the earth crust. There is a thin layer of soil on the top. The soil contains mineral nutrients which sustain various organisms. So there are two main divisions of the Earth's surface. The large landmass are known as the continents, and the huge water bodies are called the ocean basins. Look at the picture. The upper solid part of the Earth is known as the crust. You know about the other layers, the mantle and the core. But the topmost layer, which is in the solid form, is your lithosphere. So there are two main divisions as we discuss of the Earth's surface. The large land mass are known as the continents. So you look over here. 7 major continents of the world. These are continents. Asia, Europe, America, North America and South America, Africa and Australia, and last Antarctica. So these are the major continents of the world. 7 major continents. Look at this image. The blue part is the water bodies. And these are the continents. Picture taken from the space. That is why Earth is called blue planet. Because maximum part of the planet Earth is covered with water bodies. So all oceans of the world are connected with one another. If you look the picture, all oceans of the world, they are connected with each other. Look at this picture. You can see the oceans. They are connected with each other. Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. All these oceans are connected with each other. So the level of sea water remains the same everywhere. And the elevation of land is measured from the level of the sea, which is taken as 0. So this is interesting that the level of sea water remains the same everywhere. So the Earth's surface can be divided into 2 main parts, continents and oceans. Continents, the huge land mass of the Earth, are called continents. So these are the land mass. These are continents. This blue color is the water bodies. All oceans of the world are connected to each other as we discussed. And due to this, the level of sea water is same everywhere. And elevation of land is measured from the sea level, and the sea level is taken as 0. So, to measure the height, we take the sea level. All heights are measured from the sea level. So, sea level is taken as 0. The Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak of the world. It's around 8,840 meters above sea level. On the other hand, the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean is the deepest place on the earth and is around 11,022 meters below the sea. So we discuss about the 2 most extreme points of the planet Earth. One is the Mount Everest. Another one is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. The height of the Mount Everest is around 8,848 meters, making it the world's highest peak of the world. Whereas the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean is the deepest point, deepest place on the earth, and is around 11,022 meters below the sea level. So let us discuss about the continents. There are 7 continents, and all of them are separated by large water bodies. The 7 continents of the world are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. A greater portion of the land mass lies in the northern hemisphere. So if you look at the map, the greater portion of the land mass is on the northern hemisphere. Now let us discuss about the different continents of the world. Asia. This is the largest continent. Asia covers about 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. This continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes through Asia. The Ural Mountain separates Asia from Europe in the west. The combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called Eurasia. So look at the map. This is your Asia. So it is the largest continent and covers about 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. So it is in the eastern hemisphere. So we discuss about the Asia. This continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. Look at the image. Asia lies in the eastern hemisphere. And the Tropic of Cancer passes through Asia. The Ural Mountain separates Asia from Europe in the west. The combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called Eurasia. So this is the map of Asia. Here you have the Ural Mountains. It separates Asia from the Europe. Look the map carefully. This all area is of Asia. Now let us discuss about the Europe. Europe lies to the west of Asia and is much smaller than Asia. It is bound by water bodies from 3 sides. The Arctic Circle passes through Europe. So your Europe is much smaller if you see the image carefully than Asia. And this continent lies to the west of Asia. It is on the west of Asia. The Arctic Circle passes through it. Line of Arctic Circle passes through Asia. It is bounded by water bodies on three sides. You can see the water bodies. Look at this. All these are the water bodies. From three sides it is bounded. So this was about Europe. Now let us discuss about Africa. Africa is the second largest continent. The major portion of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. This is the only continent through which three major longitudes pass: the equator, the Tropic of Cancer, and the Tropic of Capricorn passes through this continent. The equator passes almost through the middle of Africa. Look at the map of Africa. So here is your Africa. This is here the line of equator. So it passes the middle of the continent. And large part of this continent lies on the northern hemisphere, and very less part is on the southern hemisphere. Large part is on the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn passes through Africa. So it is amazing to know that Africa is the only continent of the world from where all the three lines, the line of equator, Tropic of Cancer, and Capricorn passes through. The Sahara Desert. Look at the map carefully. The world's largest hot desert is located in Africa. The continent is bound on all sides by ocean and seas. From all the sides it is bound by ocean and seas. And you will find the world's longest river. Look at the image carefully. This is the longest river. Yes, the world's longest river, the Nile, flows through Africa. So this is your Africa, the second largest continent after Asia. Now let us discuss about North America. It is the third largest continent. North America and South America are connected to each other by the Isthmus of Panama. Isthmus is a narrow strip of land which joins the two land masses. It is called isthmus. It is a narrow strip of land which joins the two land masses is called isthmus. So look at the picture carefully. North America and South America. So it is linked to South America by a very narrow channel, very narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. So this is a narrow strip of land. Isthmus is a narrow strip of land which connects two continents. So this isthmus is known as Isthmus of Panama. So if you remember, isthmus, a narrow strip of land joining two land masses. Joining two land masses is known as isthmus. Here is the Isthmus of Panama. And if you look at this picture over here, strait, S-T-R-A-I-T, strait. A strait is a narrow passage of water connecting two large water bodies like seas and oceans. So this is a strait over here. It is narrow passage of water connecting the two large water bodies. And this strait over here, can you name the strait between India and Sri Lanka? Yes, it is the Park Strait. So this was about the isthmus, a narrow strip of land which joins two land masses. North America lies in the northern hemisphere and western hemisphere. North America is surrounded by three oceans: the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Look at the picture. So it is surrounded by the water bodies: North America, the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Now let us discuss about South America. A major portion of the South America is in the southern hemisphere. This continent is surrounded by two oceans, the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. Andes, the longest mountain range in the world, is in South America. World's largest river, the Amazon, is in this continent. Look at the picture. This is South America. And the world's longest The largest river this continent has, it is the Amazon. Amazon River makes this continent important, being the world's largest river. So, which two oceans surround it on the east and west? East and west. West you have the Pacific Ocean, and on the east you have the Atlantic Ocean. And the Andes walls, longest mountain, Andes, run through its length from north to south. So Andes world's longest mountain range runs through its length from north to south. From here it starts from the north to south. Is the world's most longest mountain range, the Andes. Now let us discuss about Australia. This is the smallest continent. It lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. Since Australia is surrounded on sides by ocean, as it is called the island. So if you have a look of this map, Australia completely lies in the southern hemisphere, entirely in the southern hemisphere, and it is surrounded on all sides by the oceans and seas. From all the sides, it is surrounded from oceans and seas. So from all the sides it is surrounded from ocean and seas. So it is called an island continent. So it is called as island continent because it is surrounded from all the sides. Surrounded on all the sides by oceans and seas. So this was about the Australia. Now let us discuss about the Antarctica. This is a huge continent and is present on the south pole of Earth. In fact, the South Pole lies at the center of this continent. There is no human settlement in this continent. However, many countries have made research centers in this continent. Maitri and Gangotri are the research center set by India. So this is your Antarctica, completely in the southern hemisphere. Look at this picture again. So here it is Antarctica, completely in the southern hemisphere. And the South Pole over here lies almost at the center of this continent. So as it is located in the South Polar region, it is permanently covered with thick ice sheets. Have a look at the image. There is no permanent human settlements. How it is possible to live in the extreme cold over here? So many countries have research stations in Antarctica. So we also have. These are named as Matri and Dakshin Gangu research stations. So this was all about the continents. We discussed about the lithosphere, the different continents, the 7 major continents we discussed. We discussed about the isthmus and the strait. So at last now you have some fun activity. Find out the countries that are mainly surrounded by the major oceans. Find out the names of the seas surrounding the different continents. Hope you must have enjoyed. Meet you in the next video. Thanks.